Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another live episode edition of Thoughts Count Anywhere show, coming to you from Go Live Vegas Studios in the heart of Las Vegas, Nevada. I am Aaron Phillips. To my right, Matt Mullen. To his right is Scott Hosey, the man behind our guest today, because you got him signing stuff at the mall, right?
Absolutely. We have them down at 1 o'clock, 1 to 3 at the Boulevard Mall, 3528 South Maryland Parkway, nearest cross streets, Maryland Parkway and Desert Inn. He'll be there signing autographs, and then right after that, he's doing a Q&A along with a pay-per-view viewing party over at Versus Pro Wrestling Studios.
And who is our guest?
That is Doc Gallows, otherwise known in WWE as Luke Gallows.
Right on.
Sexy Ferguson, along with
many other names.
Many others.
Imposter
Kane.
Festus, yeah, that's
and
another
we'll ask
one.
them all about that.
Yeah.
So I want to throw a shout out to Versus Pro Wrestling Studios for helping arrange that.
Absolutely. Also, too, Matt, how are you, by the way?
I'm doing pretty good. Just busy downtown dealing with knuckleheads.
One day we should just do a show while he's at work and watch him do his thing with all these knuckleheads.
Have you seen the videos? I'm sure you have.
I have.
Yeah.
He's posted a few. Yeah. Hey, by the way, today's show, very, very special edition of Thoughts Count Anywhere. My mic is going in and out. I want to thank our following sponsors for helping us with today's show. Hand and Stone Massage, located at 1150 East Silverado Ranch Boulevard. Opportunity to de-stress, relax, get your body ready for your next match in the squared circle of life. Give them a call, 702-487-7233. Also, do you and your family have plans in place for that time? Make yourself a mission goal to get it done before your family needs it. Call Mary McElhatton from Palm Mortuary, 702-812-1435. Know before you go. Do you have knots in places you didn't know needed attention? Call Anchor Chiropractic at 702-778-8664. To learn more, Dr. John and Dr. Allie are committed to anchoring our community in health. Thank you to those sponsors for helping us bring our guests today to Thoughts Count Anywhere. And also, special giveaway today, gentlemen. Want to thank the folks over at Vegas Hockey and Sports, Uniform Sports. They're providing as call-in giveaways today as part of the show. Three $50 gift cards. When we call for it, first call at a call-in, you get the gift card. Very simple. And you can use it at any one of the 3 locations around the valley. So we want to thank all of these folks for helping us bring today's show together with Mr. Doc Gallows.
Yes, absolutely.
And, of course, Power Play Sports, and, of course, Go Live Vegas, too. And, like you said, Versus
Pro Wrestling Studios.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. So with that, gentlemen, do we have a couple things? By the way, our guest is on the way. They're just a little stuck in traffic, I guess, or whatever. They're just a little behind. Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
That's the answer I'm going to stick with.
Oh, my daughter Radar
Smile.
from Norfolk, Virginia, just chimed into the chat room.
Is that the one that was out here?
No, that's the one that surprised me. Surprised us, yes.
That came down to the studio here?
Did she come down? I think my daughter Alyssa came down one. Oh, no, wait. My daughter Stacy did come down.
Okay.
Yes.
She's the one that could go tooth and nail with me. I was impressed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. She's the one that does CrossFit back in Virginia back there as well. So, all right. So we got a lot going on as we wait for our guests to arrive. We're going to have a full house today. So you guys want to cover a couple of topics?
Sure.
As we wait for our guests. So
well, why don't I start off with Wrestle Connects?
Go, yes, please.
Yes.
He's on it. My goodness.
Okay.
That was
There's
good.
a ghost. Yes.
I know
Jason's not here, but he rang the bell remotely, I guess.
Is that Chief kind of?
No, I think it's Jason. Give him credit.
Jason. All right, we'll give Jason.
He just hit the end of the cauldron at the stadium, so there's probably a big dent in it now. So anyway, Wrestle Connects. We went live last week, and we're working at that long, hard. Thanks to Matt for doing the website, Ryan, Jason. Don't forget the other board members. Besides myself, we've got Gloria Lovell, Howard Brody, and
David Buckler.
Yes, thank you. It's too early, and you're on the ball.
That's because he's only been posting their names on the website.
Yeah,
I've only seen them like 9 million times in the last month.
But Wrestle Connects, for those not in the know, Wrestle Connects is for workers in the business. Let it be somebody who sets up the ring crew, the workers, the talent in the ring, yourself as a broadcaster, a ring announcer, the wrestlers, the guys, and the gals. This gives you your own special club. As a lot of you remember, I was on the board of Cauliflower Alley Club for over 20 years. One thing that was never done is to do this type of arrangement. And we, the four of us, plus our support staff, is definitely on the forefront of giving the workers in the industry a club that they can have their own. WrestleConnects gives you the ability to purchase health insurance, dental, vision, medical, along with financial consulting, things, all that back end stuff behind the scenes is you need as a family to move on. A lot of people don't understand, a lot of the wrestlers, they're not covered under a healthcare plan.
Right.
And so if they get hurt inside the ring during an event, yeah, WWE, Impact, Ring of Honor, they all cover the guys and the ladies. But if not, if it get hurt at home, a car accident, something like the everyday stuff, their and their family can get coverage through WrestleConnects.
Right on.
Also gives you ability to get discounts at hotels, theme parks, rental car agencies, some food delivery services like Grubhub. It's like one of those big coupon advertising
entertainment
books.
style
Entertainment
books,
books.
yeah.
All electronic. You get a free
Right on.
membership with that. You also get an electronic press kit. So you,
Right.
as a ring announcer or a broadcaster, can put in your electronic press kit so other promotions or wrestlers
Sure.
can reach out and cross promote and
Right on.
say, hey, I want Aaron Phillips to, or I don't want Aaron Phillips to be part of my project. I
How
mean, it's
quickly
a
they do
was
so.
all does all for benefits for people in the industry, and you can find us at WrestleConnects.com. That's WrestleConnex.com. We're also on Facebook. It's $49.95 a year membership. The add-on, obviously, the discounted health insurance, but there's a lot of other benefits. We're also going to be doing monthly seminars starting after the first of the year.
Right on. So listen, the critical component for everybody that's involved in the industry is, of course, the health benefits.
Right.
But whether you get benefits from somewhere else or you're covered by a spouse, whatever it is, there's a ton of other benefits here, folks. It's not just about the health program, and that's what I think is an all-inclusive great advantage for this.
That's why it's connects. It's connecting
Yes.
everybody in the industry of pro wrestling together. And we've got a lot of ambassadors. We've got cheerleader Melissa.
Right.
We got Sergeant Slaughter. We got J.J. Dillon, the leader of the Four Horsemen. We've got David Marquez and more coming on board as we speak.
By the way, I neglected to give out our phone number so you guys can get ready to call in to win the gift cards from Vegas Hockey and Sports.
Sports and Hockey.
Or Sports and Hockey, sorry, 702-329-6947. Please press 1. That'll get you direct into the studio. If you're long distance, of course, 855-502-4321 if you're outside the U.S. Also, too, make sure you can tweet us. Send us a live tweet using hashtag ThoughtsCountAnywhere. And, of course, we are all monitoring our video right now on our phones. Unfortunately, I don't know if any one of us has a watch party up yet because, once again, Facebook is being very fickle with its options nowadays.
It's purposely doing it to me.
Okay.
Purposely doing it to Matt and I. So.
Aaron Ellicus, our producer, just started his watch party, so keep an eye out for that. So it's very frustrating how Facebook has changed it. So we're still waiting for Doc Gallows to arrive. They're minutes away from what we understand. So with that, do you guys want to cover a topic or two here that we have? Carmella returned attacking Sasha Banks after she beat Bayley. What's your thoughts on her coming back?
I think after like all the promos and stuff, like the hype's over, so I think it's just a different like slot to put her in, different opponent for Sasha. Glad she finally retained a title for once.
Yeah, it's true.
Placeholder until somebody comes from Mexico.
Oh, I wonder who that could be.
Who?
Who?
But the
Wait,
other
was
thing
Carmella-
is,
go ahead, I'm sorry.
I just can't stand her voice.
Was Carmella any different last night than she was in her previous rendition? I mean, the way she acted, the way she... Because I missed...
She
I just
didn't
saw the
go
after-
with the gangster type, hip hop gangster,
Well, that
gimmick.
doesn't
Yeah.
fit anymore with this new,
Right.
introduction of glamour, I guess.
Yeah.
All I honestly saw were like the highlights. She didn't seem like the queen of Staten Island
Right.
kind of thing. I didn't get off of work until midnight, so
Well,
I was kind of just flipping through highlights as I was
yeah.
trying to go to sleep.
Yeah.
That's all I usually do, regardless.
Well, let's jump to the
Yes.
one thing in here because obviously the rest of the hour will be taken up by our special guest and versus wrestling here also. The news that everybody came to me on within a 30-minute time frame. Karrion Kross, Killer Kross, Kevin Kross, whatever you want to call him, we call him friend here at the show.
Right on.
He's getting his first WWE action figure. and my phone lit up because people
My
know
chat thing lit up too. They're like, how do we get these?
Yeah, people know I carry the action figures, especially anything to
Right.
do with Kevin, and it won't be out till March. It's
Okay.
so it's going to be a while. I was told I would get one for Christmas, but it
Maybe
ain't
next
happening.
Christmas.
Yeah,
I think if he didn't get injured, he was supposed to be in Elite 82,
Yeah.
which is going to be coming out like next month. But because he got hurt, they're going to put it out so like he's back on television. And
they're also coming out with the NXT trading card set,
really?
and they purposely did not send me in the pre-orders the checklist, which is interesting. Usually, when all the Undisputed, all the sets come out, they send the pre and then what the inserts are, how many autographs, and also the checklist of the actual participants. And there was no checklist for NXT.
Interesting.
so I want to see when a 2-pack of Scarlett and Kevin come out too.
Absolutely.
702-329-6947 is our number, because when we go to a break here momentarily, when we come back, I do want to give away the first of the gift cards that we have.
Sure.
Want to have those still go out, and hopefully by the time we come back from break, our guests will be here in studio with us. One more topic, guys, and then we'll go to break.
Let's go with Cody.
Yeah.
Cody had some good news come to his family.
Yeah, definitely.
Cody now is able to actually get the trademark for Cody Rhodes. The WWE decided to drop the pursuit of that as a trademark, and as well they should have, plain and simple.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a good thing for Cody and the Rhodes name.
Yeah, you don't have to just call him Cody anymore.
Right.
It's not like calling a dog or something. But
It's like too common of a name to have like the one name thing. He's not like Sting or
yeah,
Cher
when
or
people
somebody
start
to
calling
that
themselves
effect.
by one name, you better be able to back it up.
Exactly.
True.
Exactly. Yeah. Also, it's a good thing, because now if he's going to use the name, as you look at our last bullet point, Cody says he wants to wrestle for 5 more years, then wants to run for Senate in Georgia. Well, this is going to be a loaded question, so I'll take the barrage after I ask it. What do you think his qualifications are to be a senator for Georgia?
Yeah,
What's the qualifications for most?
That's what I was waiting for.
Yeah.
As a question popped in the head.
that's
I'm
a
like,
loaded
okay.
question for me this week.
Oh my goodness gracious! Was
What?
that?
Yeah,
Okay.
we've been told we've been taken over again.
All right,
Take over?
so
is this
with-
retribution?
So with that, we're going to
Real life
step aside for
yeah.
our first break. When we come back, we're going to give away our first card, and then our guest will be up at the dais with us.
Absolutely.
You're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere on Go Live Vegas mobile app, and of course right there on our Facebook page. Do not go away. For all your sports collectibles in Las Vegas, stop by Power Play Sports Collectibles in the Boulevard Mall. Power Play has a large selection of items from all your favorite teams, specializing in the Vegas Golden Knights, Las Vegas Raiders, and pro wrestling. Power Play Sports Collectibles has an online store if you prefer the online shopping experience, plus they ship worldwide. So if you're looking for that sports collectible for yourself or that special someone, check out Power Play Sports Collectibles online at www.powerplaysportscards.com or at the Boulevard Mall. Are you looking for someone to provide training to your sales staff? Do you need a motivational speaker about how to handle change? Do you have an upcoming event that needs an MC to handle those responsibilities? Well, look no further than longtime Las Vegas radio personality Aaron Phillips. I am local to Las Vegas, and I can blend my talents with any audience. For more information, please visit www.aaronphillipsvoice.com and book me for your next event or training needs. Welcome back to a special edition of Thoughts Count Anywhere, coming to you live from Go Live Vegas Studios in Las Vegas. Before we introduce our guests, I want to thank Anchor Chiropractic. They are committed to community in health. Give them a call at 702-778-8664. Also, let's thank Hand and Stone Massage. You got to get those knots out of your body. Located at 1150 East Silverado Ranch, give them a call at 702-487-7233. And last but not least, you have that plan in place for when things kind of get a little dicey for you and your family. Listen, give yourself permission to get it done. Know before you go. Call Mary at 702-812-1435. All right, with that, I'm going to call for our first giveaway as we introduce our guest.
Sure.
All right. So right now, we're going to give away the first $50 gift card to Vegas Hockey and Sports located up at Centennial or their other 2 locations. First caller, 702-329-6947. Hit option 1 to come right into the studio. First caller gets it. And at that time, you can also say hello to our guests. So, gentlemen, why don't, Scott, if you'd like, please do the honors of introducing our guest today.
We have a great pro wrestler, currently with Impact, tag team specialist, also has a hell of a singles career. But this is Doc Gallows, otherwise in WWE known as Luke Gallows.
Yes.
Also Sex Ferguson.
Yes.
Imposter Kane.
Festus, are we allowed to say that one?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
So he is here with us.
Right on.
And
Let's
he will-
welcome him.
Yes.
Hey.
Absolutely. Welcome.
Guys, thanks for having me. What a spot. What a studio. What a setup. I am happy to be here this morning. It's Las Vegas. I'm here for Mike Knox's bachelor party. He had me up drinking all night, which was terrible.
Bachelor party,
But
they
I
drink?
am excited to be here, and I did not see this coming. We pulled up to this place, and I went, my God, look at this. You guys are so much more professional than we are. This is amazing.
Well, the great thing is we get that reaction from everybody when they pull up and they see a house.
Hey.
And then all of a sudden you come into the garage. It's like, this is pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, my old nemesis, Paul Heyman, used to do this for ECW, but I don't think on this level. I love it. This is great.
There you go.
Wow,
So
that's a
that is-
compliment.
I
I
hope-
Paul Heyman. That's a soundbite we're keeping.
That's right. So, Aaron, let's earmark that and pull that out as a commercial, please.
I'm trying to
So
find.
that's a great endorsement for Go Live Vegas, actually.
Absolutely.
Love it. Absolutely love it. And also, let's not forget the gentleman sitting in our DJ booth today, with also part of the reason that Doc came in today. So why don't you introduce who's in the DJ booth?
He is the owner of Versus Pro Wrestling Studios, a good friend of mine.
Just yours?
What?
Stooge me, bro.
I stooged you.
I love it. It's all good.
Wait a minute.
I
He's
love
only
it.
a good friend of yours? What are we, chop liver up here?
Yeah, you are.
I like chop liver. It
in
tastes
your
pretty
liver.
good.
So
Wow.
Y'all should
Whatever
have brought
gets
me
me
in
in
the
the
DJ
door
booth,
is
bro.
good.
Look, I got everything here. I got controls. I got a Ouija board.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the Ouija board has apparently shit-canned the camera because I just read up there on the prompter that the GoPro has died, and that's the second GoPro in less than a
okay.
week.
his
I'm not pretty today, bro.
stellar good looks broke the camera today.
Maybe your significant other can hand us a picture of him, and then I can just show it to the camera so people know he's here.
Shit happens when you party naked. We're doing it live.
There you go.
See, stooge me out that I'm naked, so I definitely gotta be on
Listen,
camera
brother,
now.
if you didn't look good, I wouldn't have told anybody. You look great over there.
Thank you.
And we're only from the waist up.
That's right. Exactly. Well, it's like a
And
newscaster.
don't worry, guys. You know, you can watch this thing. The audio's fine. The visual's fine. Here we go.
Well, listen, given the fact you were in Vegas for a bachelor party, shocker,
Yes.
that a bachelor party would be in Vegas, right?
So weird.
We do thank you for getting up and
yeah.
coming in with us today. It's an honor to have you.
Thanks
so,
for having me.
You know,
Absolutely.
people consider you one of the best workers in wrestling today. How
They
does
do?
that make you feel?
My God.
Well, at
you
least
know
the
what?
three of us up here do.
Well, I
so.
appreciate you guys. No, man, you know what? I love being a pro wrestler. I talk about this all the time. I saw it when I was 8 years old. I've been obsessed ever since, probably much like you gentlemen. And every day that I get to continue to do it, I've never had a real job in my adult life, so I take that as a blessing. And we keep on rolling, whether it be serious pro wrestling like we'll be doing November the 14th at Turning Point on the Impact Plus app against the North, to hopefully complete the triple crown of tag team wrestling for Machine Gun Carl Anderson and I. Those Impact Wrestling tag team titles are the one set that has eluded us.
Not for
Or
long.
if you want to jump into a parallel, is it parallel? I don't know. Our alternate
Multiverse.
universe. Multiverse. I like that. That's good.
That came from the voiceover here,
Talking
by the way.
Shop-a-mania universe, where you'll see Sex Ferguson take on Chad Too Bad. And there's only one way to settle a score, guys. You know, you see it on TV. Two of the greatest professional wrestlers ever lived, Seth Rollins, Rey Mysterio, great draws in pro wrestling. They did eye for an eye.
Oh, we have a phone call coming in for our gift card and hopefully to say hello to you.
Well, I would hope so, but we're going to do ball for a ball.
I heard you guys. I heard you guys talking about that.
The only way to win is to rip the other man's nutsack.
I heard you talking about that on Busted Open. All right, we have a caller on the line. Thank you for calling. Caller, where are you calling from, and who is this, please?
This is Robin calling from New York.
Hey, Robin.
Hey, Robin
Rockin'
from New
Robin.
York. Wonderful. Do you want to say hello to our special guest?
Hey there, how you doing?
Hey, Robin. How are you this morning, evening, day, whatever? I'm on the West Coast. I
So
don't
he
know.
doesn't know what end is up right now. Well, the good thing is, Robin, is that you are our first caller, which means you are the winner of the first giveaway for the $50 gift card from Vegas Sports and Hockey up in the Centennial area or any one of their other two locations.
That sounds great. Thank you.
Good thing is
Love
that-
the show.
Thank you, Robin. Only in New York, and hopefully she's got family here that she can say, hey, go use the card.
Otherwise, I'm going to keep that.
That's exactly right. So I've got your number on our caller ID. We'll be in touch to make all the arrangements.
Guys, it's Thanksgiving
Thank you so
month,
much.
right?
Thank you.
It's the month of giving. If you guys would like to, I would love to give away a free code for Talkin' Shop-A-Mania, Friday, November the 13th, 10 p.m., available on worldwide pay-per-view and via the Fight app on iPay-per-view right here on the show today.
Do it.
Or in the future. We got a code right here, so if the next caller, I don't know how you guys want to do it. This is your show.
Next
You
caller's
figure
fine.
it out. Next call. Listen,
figure it
listen,
out.
you don't have to do anything. Just call, and
That's
you get
right.
to watch
That-
this shit for free.
That's right. We do try to
and I
make
do
it
mean
easy.
shit.
It is some entertaining shit, though.
That's right. That's right. I was listening
That's
to
the word of the day.
I was listening. That's right. Shit. Good shit.
That's good shit. That's good shit. Holy fuck. I'm sorry. I don't know.
This is getting up there with someone else.
Thank goodness the FCC does not regulate the internet. That's all I got to say. Yet.
Could you picture Gallows, Marty the Moth, both?
No.
We would just leave.
The real life Martin Casas, is that the guy?
Yeah.
I know him. I think
I'll tell you what,
follow him
if
on
we
Instagram.
can if we can ever make that happen,
Oh, we just leave.
I would sit over there
Yeah,
and just
just
let them
let
have
them
it
have
for
it.
an hour. Just-
Don't give me any more
It's your
ideas.
show. Tell me to shut up, guys. Come on.
listen, the people want to hear you talk. They don't want to hear us, to be honest with
I don't
us.
know.
So-
You guys look better than I do. I love
I
this.
don't know. I think we're all kind of fit. We're all wearing the black.
I
We're all
had a long evening, guys.
I know you did.
This
Listen,
look fresh.
have you even gone to sleep yet?
I did. My wife looked me up and goes, "You have something to do," and I went, "What are you talking about?" She goes, "You're in Las Vegas." I went, "Christ, okay." Here we go."
Okay. So let's talk about the ball for a ball match. You brought it up.
Yeah,
let's
man.
let's go for that.
So Talkin' Shop-A-Mania, if you're not familiar, it was born out of love. You know, we got released from these contracts. We're in the middle of a pandemic. My partner Carl Anderson was pissed off. I've been there before, and I said, there's only one way to appease this. I'm not a bitter guy. I'm not a rearview mirror guy. Let's parody all the things that we know and love about pro wrestling and all the dumb shit that pro wrestling does as well. We're not laughing at it. Laugh along with us. It's the greatest satire in wrestling history, in my opinion. We got the ball for a ball match. Chad Too Bad versus Sex Ferguson, where the only way to win is to rip your opponent's nutsack off. We have Chavo Guerrero versus Chico El Luchador, the alter ego of Rocky Romero, in a Lucha Libre shoot death match. Now, what happened here was we shot this first Talking Shop Mania. Anyone who's familiar, we shot it at my home in Georgia. It was an in-house production. We threw it on pay-per-view. We hoped it would work, and thank God it did. Thank you for watching. So we say, okay, we have a little success. We got a little budget now. So we send Rocky out to L.A., and we say, hey, make this work. You guys shoot it out here. We know Chavo's got to go to Australia. He's got a big project he's working on. Let's just get it done. What we didn't know was he was going to spend the entire budget of the pay-per-view on one segment.
Oh, no.
It looks like the freaking Matrix. There's missile shots, there's gunshots, there's daggers. I watched it, and I was like, one, this is too good for what we're doing. And two, where the hell is all of our money? You got masseuses, craft service tables. I'm thinking, guys, get some McDonald's, fight in the parking lot. I don't know. So,
Right.
listen, November the 13th,
Off the
Friday,
dollar menu.
November the 13th. Please, give me chickens and McDoubles only. Friday, November the 13th, live on pay-per-view. You can pre-order now via the Fight app if you want to watch on iPay-per-view, Talkin' Shop-A-Mania. We would love for you to join us. It's only $14.99, so if you hate it, you can't be that mad. You're going to waste more than that on a hot dog and a beer at a baseball game.
702-329-6947 is the number to call to get the code from Doc here to watch that. And press 1, though, so you can get right into the studio. So call now, and then hopefully in about 15 minutes, we'll try to give away another gift card to Vegas Sports and Hockey as well.
Oh, right.
Absolutely. Now, you mentioned 8 years old, you got hooked on pro wrestling.
Yep.
What were you watching? Because I know myself, I was watching AWA wrestling, and my mom walked in from work, and I'm sitting there, and she's like, what the hell are you
What are you
watching?
doing? Yeah.
And I'm like, this is kind of cool. And it's because when my mom and dad were dating in the Detroit area, every Friday night,
Yeah.
Cobalt Hall, my mom was drug there for the date to watch The Sheik.
What a
and
dad you have.
Yeah. And so I never knew that story until she's like, it's
That's
in
awesome.
your blood. So
Yeah.
when you were 8 years old, what particular hooked
You know, I remember it.
Hold that thought. I got another call
Oh,
coming
go.
in here. Thank you for calling. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Garth. I'm calling from Vegas. How are you guys?
Garth, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well.
Party on, Garth.
Great to see you guys.
Right on.
Don't you have a concert to do in February?
I was good.
If you build it, they will come.
Are you calling in, Garth, for the code that Doc was talking about?
Absolutely. I would love to take a code from Doc.
I got the code. I don't know if we read this off, we email it to you. I'm not very professional when it comes to these things. I usually have someone do this for me. But yes, we will give you the code. And I am so glad.
Okay,
We'll contact him.
we could contact him if
That's
you want.
perfect.
Right,
If you guys
give it
can
out.
contact him, let me ask you a quick question while we have you on the line, Garth. Did you watch the original Talkin' Shop-A-Mania?
No, I actually have not caught that one, so I'm going to have to go
Beautiful.
catch up on that before I actually get to the other one.
I love a new fan base. This is the sequel. We're calling it hashtag worse than the first. The first one was the hashtag worst pay-per-view ever. Anyone listening who saw it will know why, but for all the right reasons. So Garth, I hope we make a lifelong fan out of you, brother.
Brother, I've been a lifelong fan and a big supporter, especially of the independent scene. Now that I've relocated from California to Vegas, so it's awesome to see you in town, and I wish you and your partner nothing but the best. I'd love to see you guys back on the big stage soon.
Brother, watch us on Impact Wrestling. It's every Tuesday night. Impact on Access TV. It's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And when the world opens back up, catch us at New Japan Pro Wrestling. But when you talk about indie wrestling, and I don't want to cut you off, just a real quick plug. Versus Pro Wrestling right here in Las Vegas. It's down at the, the Boulevard Mall?
Yep.
Boulevard Mall.
Boulevard Mall. I was talking to my man on the way over here. He was telling me about it. I love thriving professional wrestling. I love independent wrestling. I came from it. I'll always go back to it. Check these guys out. They're doing a great thing down there. They're doing it about twice a month. Great up-and-coming professional wrestling stars. A good mix of veterans. They're doing it the right way. Clearly, that's why they're hooked up with these guys. So make sure you support those guys at Versus Pro Wrestling.
And that's a good brother right
You got
there.
it, but make sure you don't sleep on FSW either.
Absolutely, man.
Garth, hang on one second. Matt, give him our email. Garth, I want you send us an email to what Matt's going to say, and then we can reply back to you with the information.
Info.
You got it, brother.
Love you, Garth.
Our email
Thank you,
is
sir.
info@thoughtscountanywhere.com.
info@thoughtscountanywhere.com.
And is this
Copy
Mazda?
that, brother.
Is this Mazda Garth?
This is
Mazda Garth.
Mazda Garth,
there
brother.
you go. Okay, now I know who we're talking to.
Garth, bro.
That's right. Come on
could-
out and get hashtag Got Garth any day. Finley Mazda.
You could have said
Oh, baby, I love it.
You could have said Garth Brooks. Nobody would have known the difference on this end. So, all right. So, shoot us an email to the one Matt just gave you. We'll reply back with the information code. Okay.
Thanks, Aaron. I'll see you guys at the next show. And Doc, please stay safe in your travels and give my best to the family.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Right on, Garth. Thanks, buddy.
All right, man.
That was not intended. That was purely accidental. I swear to you. All right, you're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere, coming to you live from the Go Live Vegas studios with special in-studio guest, wrestling superstar across the globe. Let's call it that way. Mr. Doc Gallows. Again, this show is brought to you by Hand and Stone Massage, located at 1150 East Silverado Ranch. Call them at 702-487-7233. Get those knots out of your body as you face your next match in the squared circle of life. Do you and your family have plans for the afterlife? Well, don't make your family wish they did. Call now. Call Mary at 702-812-1435. Give yourself permission to set this mission as a goal. No before you go. And lastly, Anchor Chiropractic. If you have those knots in places you didn't know needed attention, call Dr. John or Dr. Allie at Anchor Chiropractic, 702-778-8664. Their goal, anchoring our community in health. Thank you very much to all those folks. We'll keep going now.
So, going back to our question.
I got to take care of business.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, you got to pay the bills. I
That's
get that.
right.
It's more important. Do it, baby.
8 years old.
8 years old.
What trip?
Man, I remember like yesterday, cartoons were off, and I started flipping through the channels, and I saw a long, gangly man hit a DDT and pull a python out of a bag and drop it on somebody. And I
Jake
went,
the Snake.
holy shit, I have to do that. And my dad was going, no, you don't. And I was going, yes, I do. And that was how the love affair started, and it hasn't ended. So here we are, all these years later, and I've been blessed, man. I love it, and glad to still be a part of it. Glad to see pro wrestling thriving, even with the unrest around the world right now. We want to entertain you guys and take your mind off all the bullshit. So whether it's Impact, WWE, AEW, New Japan, Talking Shop-A-Mania, whatever it is, enjoy your pro wrestling. It's supposed to be fun, so we support you guys and we appreciate you watching.
So you mentioned New Japan, and a lot of guys that have great careers here, people don't realize they've had greater careers over in Japan. For instance, Dick Beyer, good friend of mine, God rest his soul, the Destroyer.
God rest his soul, man. Yeah, that's
great,
awesome, man.
Great guy.
Yep.
You've also had Stan Hansen. You've had Terry Gordy,
Bruiser Brody.
Yeah, all go over to Japan and just have bigger careers than they've had here.
Yep.
And why is it? I know that Japanese, I'm Asian descent, they thrive on wrestling.
The wrestling audience in Japan's different, man. And I think that probably since the 80s, and this is just one man's analysis, it's been different because they appreciate the pure form, the sport, the athleticism, the contest of it. You hear strong style all the time. But it's the truth. When you land in Japan, when you walk into a New Japan ring for the first time, and you see these guys, and there's not a lot of fucking around. Everybody's working out before the show. Everybody's training. There's not a lot of locker room hoopla like you have here. And you just feel that it's a different atmosphere. And then you step in that ring, and it's a test. Like, can you go? Because that's great if you can talk in America, or you can do comedy in America, or you can play a character in America. In Japan, it's like, can you go? My dad's not a professional wrestling fan, not at all. But a supporter of his son. Like, I'll be of my son no matter what he does. I brought him to Japan for my last Tokyo Dome show, and we wrestled in the Tokyo Dome. And then the next day, I read something one time where Stan Hansen said he wanted his children to see what he meant to the people of Japan. And I don't know if I felt it that way, but I wanted my parents to see it. And the next night, we do the New Year's Dash in Korakuen Hall. Sold out Korakuen Hall, and it's not a big building, 1,800 people, whatever it was. And they're just rocking. We're doing like a 6-man tag and all these big false finishes, and we're beating the shit out of each other, and the place comes unglued. In a Japanese audience, you have to know how to control them to get that. And when he saw that reaction, he was like, man, like, I'm not a wrestling fan, but I could watch this on TV for the sport of it, the competition of it, the athleticism of it. And it's the truth. And it made me have to pick my game up. It made me a better worker. It made me a better professional wrestler. It made me better all the way around because, like, you have to be able to go when you go to Japan. And that's the difference. And you like I looked up at Stan Hansen, Bruiser Brody, guys like that, and I watched those tapes and stuff as a teenager when I was breaking into the business. And those guys were the real deal. There was no bullshit with that.
You mentioned the working aspect of it. Yeah. Everybody knows Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
And they know the WWE, WWF,
I'm
WCW.
so glad you brought this up.
Hulk Hogan gimmick here is more of 4 or 5 moves, leg drop, done, it's over. If you watch, and I challenge a lot of our listeners and viewers to watch some of Hogan's matches from Japan, he could work.
He can work his ass off.
And a lot of people didn't realize that. Right. Even the wrestling fans and the knowledgeable ones here would go, he's got 5 moves, not a very good wrestler. But watch his work over in Japan. You hit it nail on the head.
That IWGP title, when he had that, and then he goes back. There's a match, and you can find out. This is my wrestling nerd coming out. It's in the middle of the 90s. He goes back. He's left WWF. He's in WCW. He's the brother star. He's my favorite wrestler. I love Hulk, right? Lucky enough to call him a friend. But you watch him go back, and I forget who he's in the ring with, if it's Inoki or something, but like they lock up, and he does a headlock takeover, then a short arm scissors, and then there's an arm drag, and I'm going, holy shit.
Where did that come from?
And at this point in his career, 1, he doesn't have to.
Right.
And 2, he just, like, it's unreal that he can still
was
do it.
Fluid,
but
too.
he has a respect for that wrestling culture, and he wants to go and prove that he can go. There's stuff from that Hustle promotion, too. Like, you see Kevin Nash. I think people thought a lot about, like, I always thought Kev was the coolest wrestler ever. But he has the same knock. Like, he's got 3 or 4 moves, whatever. You watch him in Japan, and you can tell he's trying to be like, hey, fuck you guys a little bit.
Right.
Exactly.
I can go, and I use it when I need to, but it's really cool to see those guys in that element. For me, I had to pick it up because I've been a WWE guy, a TNA guy, and you
listen to the booker.
That's a
and they
high
tell
that's
you,
a high level of wrestling too. But you do what you're told, and you get by, and you do whatever. You get over there, and it's like, all right, well, can you go or not? Because that's what your spot depends on. You have to prove that, and then you get the spot.
And can you go 60 minutes sometimes
right.
too? Yeah.
Yeah, I remember we did a 30-minute tag match, and then we had to go back out and run it on AJ's match. And I told Carl, and this was, first 6 months in New Japan, I go, I think I'm going to die. I'm so blown up right now. I don't think I can run back out there.
I think I just saw a vision pop up on the screen from the DJ booth. There it is. He's live now. We got the camera working. He's got his own headset there. Matt, fire away with the question.
All right, with like the times now and you guys wrestling for Impact, how is it wrestling during like a pandemic with like no crowds at all?
Man, I'll tell you the truth, it sucks. And I'm not supposed to say that. And my boss, Scott Demore, knows that. But I'll say this. We're creating an environment and getting comfortable being in front of no audience. And I think the show's gotten better. I think we have a deep ass roster at Impact right now. The knockouts are great. The heavyweights are great. Thank God tag team wrestling's getting love again in Impact Wrestling, in New Japan, and AAW. It's one of the most beautiful forms of it that I think that there is. But it's no fun because it's like, if you score a touchdown in a game, you got points.
Yeah.
If I knock a guy down and I turn around and there's no reaction, it's like, oh, shit. You know what I mean? So it's different. You have to adapt to it. But I think if you watch closely over the past few months, those of us who have been doing it, we're getting more used to it.
Yeah.
But what I also think and am more excited about is the fact that when it opens back up, when there's an audience again, they're going to be rabid, and that's what we live for.
True.
So I can't wait for that.
I think there's a lot of us sitting. Well, those of us sitting here, wanted to ask you the question about the Festus character.
Sure.
Can you give us a little history behind that? And is there
yeah.
truth to the fact? Because we've all read the dirt sheets that Vince did not realize that was you as Festus. Is there truth to that?
I think absolutely. Yeah. We started saying that as a joke, and then we realized it was true. But I mean, so the Festus character, I did the Imposter Kane thing, which was basically just promotion for his movie. Everyone's like, well, why didn't Imposter Kane work out? And I'm like, that wasn't going to be a 10-year gig, guys.
That was a horror movie that came out, right?
22-year-old kid, and they were promoting a horror movie, right? So he beats me, we leave. Anyway, so I go back to developmental, and I had this thing called the freaking Deacon, and I had a live tarantula, and I'd pull him out, and I'd beat the guy, and I'd throw the spider on him. It was this crazy-ass thing. I'd do these crazy-ass promos, and then we find out that you can't, with the way that the rules were changing and stuff back in like 2006, you can't travel around and fly a tarantula around the United States and take it abroad. And it's hard to get a working tarantula in the towns that you go
Could
to.
be a problem.
A bottle of water is a different story.
So my gimmick's legs got cut out from under it, right? So I'm going, man, like I've had this gimmick for a year and a half now. Like I don't want to get fired. What am I going to do? They brought Henry Godwin to Deep South Wrestling. Henry's a good dude. They brought him down there, and they had Ray Gordy, my former tag team partner, and Buddy, and they were going to make the new Godwins. It was going to be Ray and Henry. And I was doing some dark matches still, and I was like watching the new Godwins, and I was going, this is weird, but okay, cool, whatever. Well, then Henry had a personal issue. He had to leave. I don't know if he got released or he left on his own accord, whatever. They still wanted to do the hillbilly thing. So they're looking for a hillbilly. So they do like these tryouts. And they're like bringing guys in. They brought Big Tilly from TNA, all these guys. And I was like, man, I grew up like that. I can do that. Like, so I went home and watched that Blue Collar Comedy special, put together a promo, and I came in, I go, I want to try out to be a hillbilly. And they go, well, I mean, okay. And I did it, and they were like, oh, you're the guy. And I was like, all right, here we go. So we're going to be on SmackDown now. So we get called up, we do a vignette or two, whatever, and they're like, the next week you're going to have the first match and all this bullshit. And we put the match together with some young local guys. It was out here on the West Coast somewhere. And they're like, hey, Vince wants to see you in his office when the door's open. And I was like, are we fired before we started? Like, shit. So they call us into Vince's office, and he's like, hey, I have an idea. And I'm like, sure, Vince McMahon, what's your idea? 23-year-old me. He's like, can you do this? And he starts doing the Festus face. And I was like, I can try. So we're making this face back and forth at each other. We're sticking our tongues out. He's like, not like that, like this. And I'm going, I mean, I don't know. Is that what you want? And he's like, he's going to be catatonic, but when the bell rings, he goes crazy. Can you do that? And I'm like, yeah, I guess. And he looks over at Ray Gordy, the son of Terry Gordy, the Freebird lineage, and he goes, and you, what's your favorite color? And Ray goes, yellow. And I went, oh, for fuck's sakes. And he goes, okay, get a yellow singlet. You'll be his handler. And that's how Jesse and Festus was born, dude. And
wow.
we had a decent little, people always laugh like, hey, was that embarrassing? Was this? Listen, I'm a 20-something-year-old kid who dreamed of being a pro wrestler. I bought my first house with that contract. Like, I'm not embarrassed about it. It was what it was. I was on TV in my 20s. I got 9 action figures out of that thing. So it is what it is.
You'd come out of an egg if you have to,
Hey,
wouldn't you?
yeah, of course. Yeah.
All right, while he's
Undertaker
taking
was so
his
scared of that.
yeah, while he's drinking and kind of keeping the throat moist, talk about the signing and then what he's going to do afterwards.
Don't forget, Boulevard Mall, 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. We will have Doc Gallows signing autographs in front of Power Play Sports Collectibles. And about 2 doors down, he will go over to Versus Pro Wrestling Studios, do a Q&A session, and they're doing a pay-per-view viewing party over there.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a whole day of pro wrestling, and we're going to have fun. So don't forget, Boulevard Mall today, starting at 1 o'clock.
Wes, talk about what's going to go on at the studio when Doc gets over there.
So,
There it is.
You bastards.
not that. I mean,
By the way, that's Aaron Ellis.
Hey, that was the leanest Festus ever looked. Can I have that picture? Usually I just look like a slob.
if you ask to see the face, he might give you the face. But, I can't give you any promises on there. Come through. We're going to hang out for a little bit. You guys can ask Big Doc some questions.
Sure.
Try to get in the business a little bit. We'll probably beat you up. No beat him up.
No, I'm off the clock. There's no
yeah.
fighting going on. You
No
guys
fighting.
ask whatever you want. Nothing's off limits,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. Just have a little chat with him. Hang
Right
out
on.
with us.
And
Very
don't forget, if you come on down, we're also going to have merchandise that Gallows is going to have down there. So he'll have hats, shirts, everything there.
Yeah.
And we've got photos for him to sign. So if you're coming down and go, what do I have to sign? Action figure? What? You can get other stuff while you're down there too.
Might be a Festus
bring your stuff down there, get it autographed. My wife didn't let me bring my usual store, so I got a bag of T-shirts and a couple of hats and stuff. You guys want some of the new Good Brothers gear that's from Collar and Elbow? Come down, we'll have some of that stuff out there. But I just want to meet you. I don't care about you buying a shirt. If you want to buy a shirt, great. Otherwise, come down, say hello, support what we know and love, professional wrestling, support Power Play Sports, support this podcast, and support Versus Pro Wrestling.
I like it. All right, real quickly, let's give away another sports card giveaway. $50 gift card to Vegas Hockey and Sports. You can use it at the one up in Centennial or either of their two other locations around town. First caller right now, 702-329-6947. 702-329-6947 will get that gift card, $50. Buy it and use and spend in the stores, and maybe we can get some.
Don't forget, Christmas is coming up.
Christmas is coming
There you
up,
go.
which also is it's a nice segue because Hand and Stone Massage right now is doing a buy one get one gift card for massages. Thank you very much for that.
my goodness.
Hand and Stone Massage 702-487-7233. Give them a call. Ask for Lisa. Tell her you heard about this opportunity here on Thoughts Count Anywhere, and they will hook you up. If you need to make those plans for the afterlife and not catch your family short, listen, everybody's going to die. We know that, but whether you have plans in place to do it, take care of it now. 702-812-1435. Call Mary. That's her number. 702-812-1435. Know before you go. And lastly, thank you to Anchor Chiropractic, Dr. John and Dr. Ali over there. They are just located Fort Apache, just south of Trop. Call them, 702-778-8664. They are into anchoring our community in health. And I know Matt started going there too. The hell is that for? What the heck was I getting that for? My goodness.
I think because we didn't put the Undertaker music behind the.
Yeah.
The dead one?
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go.
Ben, Ref Ben is now just in the chat room. So again, give us a call right now, 702-329-6947. Press option 1 to come right into the studio so you can then get the gift card. $50 gift card up for grabs. First caller right now. Okay. Got to take care of business, guys.
Absolutely.
Pay those bills, good brother. I
Yes,
love it.
sir. Got to do what you got to do. All right. Go ahead, Scott.
Well, last time you
How
were
about Wes? Maybe Wes has a question.
Wes.
I mean, he's sitting so quietly in the corner. I don't think.
Yeah, you don't get that a lot from
No,
me.
I know
do you?
that's-
He's being very polite over there. Look at him.
It's weird, right?
He's our bodyguard.
I get that, yeah.
Yeah, man. When it comes to professional wrestling and training wise, what's the thing that you would want to push to the younger students the first?
Your basics, man. Your basics are everything. I pushed that to my students when I had the school a lot. But, like, I watched it happen to myself because I wasn't, like, properly – I started wrestling when I was 18. I don't think I was properly trained until I was about 21 because –
Hold that thought. I got another caller.
Oh, great.
Then we'll come
Wonderful.
back to him. Caller, thank you for calling. Name and where you're calling from. Obviously, Vegas if you want to use a gift card.
Because it is I, the Primo Pulpo, the finest manager in Las Vegas.
Primo Pulpo is on the line.
Cooking
Wow.
gift card.
Primo, how are you this morning? We're honored that you would call in.
I'm doing well, muchachos. You know, I had to tune into the show. I saw Doc Gallows on. I saw the gift card. I was like, yeah, man, I'll call in.
hell yeah.
Good
Perfect.
man. Good man.
Perfect. All right. Well, thank you. You are the winner of that next gift card. We appreciate that. In the meantime, with Doc here,
Excellent.
do you have a question for him, sir?
Oh, yes. How do you like Las Vegas? Are you a big fan of it? Do you come out?
yeah,
This is my city, so I want to know how you like it.
I love your city. That's why I'm here. We're I don't know if you guys remember Big Mike Knox. He's about to get married. His lovely fiance, who 11 years ago I was sitting in the same bar with him, and we met her.
Oh,
and
nice.
now they're out here getting married. I got my wife out here. We got a bunch of friends out here. I love Las Vegas. I haven't been to pandemic Las Vegas yet, so I got here last night, and we went around, had some drinks. I'm usually not a crack a beer in the morning guy, but my head was hurting so bad because Mike Knox is one of the legendary drinkers of our time that I'm having another one right now. But yeah, man, I love this city. It's a great time. I'm glad to see things picking back up, opening back up. Glad to see the pro wrestling scene thriving out here. So you guys are in my top 3. I love coming to Las Vegas, and I can't wait until the world's open again and we can have some pro wrestling out here, some big-time pro wrestling out here in Las Vegas, and support the independents while we don't, please.
Right on. Primo, thank you for calling, sir. I am connected with you on Facebook. I will get the details from you, so we set you up with that $50 gift card. Cool?
Gracias. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Have a
Primo
great
Pulpo,
day.
that was pretty cool. He's a very busy man, Primo, and to take
Absolutely.
time to call us, that's terrific.
He's got
So,
an
American
he's
Ninja
got an
Warrior.
Epic voice, brother.
that's right, and he's on TV, right? NBC's American Ninja Warrior. Thank you, Wes, for reminding
Yeah,
me
with
of
that
that.
voice, we might have to replace a voice.
Am I on the chopping block already? I just
got here.
him. He's known as the voice.
Well, he
of
pays
Las
the
Vegas.
bills. He's staying, guys.
Thank
Come
you.
on.
Thank you.
We need him.
We have one more $50 gift card. We have about 12 minutes left in the show. I want to give it away before we say goodbye. So, next caller right now will get the third and final gift card for $50. 702-329-6947. Nobody in the studio can sneak outside and call the number to get the last card.
Can we
Sorry.
do a trivia for it? Or we
Right
just
You want to do a trivia
Let's do
question?
trivia.
All right, give us a trivia question.
All right.
You might have to let me know the answer. So
I'll let you know the answer. Here's the trivia question. The first ever SmackDown Live. Who was in the first match? I remember this one.
Ooh. Who was the very
Let me
first?
see that pen scheme.
Yes,
I'll
sir.
tell you the answer.
All right.
The one on Fox or the first SmackDown in general?
No,
one on
SmackDown
Fox.
Live.
Yeah, Fox.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because the Tuesday night show.
I'll give you a hint. No, I won't.
Right on. Let's see what we got here. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, baby. All right. This is pretty obvious, but, you know.
Well, at least half of the match should be obvious. I mean, come on now. Jeez. So,
There's the call.
oh, we
was
got a
quick.
call. Oh, well, let's see. All right, caller, thank you for calling. Name and what part of Vegas you're calling from?
Yeah, it's referee Ben Hall, and I'm
Referee
calling
Ben?
from all over Vegas.
Yeah, I know.
Ben
You
and
got
the
miles.
Shrizipes. Here we go.
All right, so did you hear the question from Doc in order to win this last gift card?
Oh, Jesus, unfortunately I didn't. I turned
All
my
right.
volume down when I called.
Doc, would you be so kind to repeat
Sure,
the
yeah.
question?
So the question was this. Who was in the first ever SmackDown Live televised match? When SmackDown went live, the first ever matchup, who was in it?
Ever SmackDown Live televised.
Half of it should be obvious, Ben.
Was he Googles?
Yeah.
No Googling.
No Googling shit.
Damn it.
It's definitely
Damn
a good
it,
answer
Ben.
there, Ben.
Oh.
Don't
I
make
don't
verses.
watch WWE.
Don't make verses
Oh,
look
well,
bad.
hey, I don't blame you there. Do you have
No, I
another
don't watch WWE.
Do you have another question while you're thinking about it and Googling?
Oh, yeah, actually, I was just going to ask, just your opinion on the importance of referees and matches when you're working.
The importance of referees gets overlooked a ton. That's something that I think should be taught more because a good referee is a message carrier, a conveyor for me. And when I came up in the business, I started in 2002, there was still a lot of walking and talking, calling stuff in the ring, which I'm a fan of. Obviously, if you watch my work, I'm not a big high spots guy. But there's something to reading a crowd, hearing a reaction, especially in a tag team match, and you can convey a message to a referee, to a heel, to a babyface, to a fire-up, to grab a hold, to let's reach for the tag, to a million different things. And I think it's an integral part. If you're having a singles match, he's the third man in the band. It's very important.
So, Ben, you better ask for a raise from wherever you officiate.
Yes.
Unless you're working for Lariato Pro Wrestling in Georgia, we don't have that kind of budget, so you just got to stay where you're at.
And that's a cheap pop.
Thank you, Ben. Appreciate it, man. Can you put the
thank you.
Can you put the trivia question up on the screen for us for our viewers to
I'm going to
also
pop if no one knows the answer. We're just going to have to give the code away.
the card. Well, yeah, we still have about 9 minutes or
we
so.
can still.
So here's the trivia question: who appeared in the very first televised match on SmackDown Live when SmackDown appeared on Fox?
Yes.
Okay, half the contestants should be pretty obvious.
Yep,
As
it's Rick Martel.
that's right. All right.
And Tito Santana.
There you go. Oh my gosh.
El
Second one
Matador.
was in Vegas.
Arriba.
Josh Trendle says he met you at a Thai restaurant in Orlando, where he's from.
Well, I hope that I was a good experience, Josh. I don't know. I don't remember it, but I
The
hope
food
it
or
was,
the meeting?
I hope it was a positive meeting, my friend.
There you go. All right. So that's, listen, when somebody from around the country, obviously knows who you are,
Sure.
and they bring up a split-second introduction like that, what
Right.
does that mean to you personally?
Well, I try, and I hope there's no listeners that can go against me on this, but I always try to. I appreciate the fans. They pay the bills. They're the reason we do what we do. So I always try to be pleasant, try to give them time, try to say hello, because you know what? I'm a fan of professional wrestling too. So I remember meeting wrestlers when I was growing up, and getting into the business was a big deal for me. So I hope if you met me on the street, it was a positive experience. That's all I can say.
I can actually give you a little bit of background story on
Go,
that.
yeah.
Actually, a couple years ago, I was asked to do some work, and I'm walking in, and then Good Brothers are in front of me, and I was like walking a little bit behind them, and they're like, "Come on, man, it's this way." I was like, "Oh, okay. Guess I'm just walking in." They stopped them. They didn't stop me. I just walked right. I was like, "Thanks, guys. I'm on."
Was that here in Vegas?
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like what you keep going back to old school, and
Yep.
for me, old school wrestling is where it started.
Yep.
I was a member of the Cauliflower Alley Club on the board of directors
Nice.
for 20 years,
Nice.
and good friends of mine were, like I said, Dick Beyer, the Destroyer. Is one of the father for me in the business, who God rest his soul, was Nick Bockwinkel.
Sure.
One of the best
Amazing.
heels, and workers. It really didn't get the credit from today's guys.
And
that
what
he
a
really
class
did.
act, too.
Absolutely,
Streak over.
very classy man. But you keep going back to old school, and I really think that today's students really need to learn that. And it sounds like you appreciate that.
I'm 36, and I sound like an old man, but and I don't want to sound negative because it's a positive interview, but there seems to me to be a bit of a disconnect with the brand new generation to like the guys when I started, and I sound like an old prick saying it, but like to me it was a big deal to see, if I worked an independent show and there was a Tatanka or a King Kong Bundy or a whoever, to just go like, hey, no matter what I think personally, whatever, like you've been to the show, you were in the dance, you had that contract, you were where I want to be. So like, if there's anything you can tell me, please. And I always thought that was really important. And I see a lot of guys missing opportunities now because the world's so different. But listen, there's no shame in the game of going up to a guy who's done what you want to do and saying, hey man, if you got a piece of advice, it's not ass kissing. It's a respect thing, but it's also like if you want to take that next step forward, respect who put you on the path. Because listen, without those guys, there's no me. I know that 100%. I was a big kid, had a little bit of athleticism, very lucky, a lot of bullshit charisma. The rest of it just fell into place. That's how it happens. There's no magical formula unless you're born and you're The Rock or Randy Orton. So soak in everybody who's been there, who's done something you want to do, and take what you can from those experiences. And man, those old school guys are why we're doing it. I wish I was born 20 years earlier and I got to work the territories because I think I would have loved it.
Absolutely. We have about 5 minutes left to try to give away this last $50 gift card. The question is on your screen, but I think we've kind of reached a point where
We're just going to give it away.
We may need to get a hint.
Yeah.
You bastards don't know the answer.
702-329-6947.
Just get half of the answer.
Press 1. Well, I'm going to give half the answer, but we'll see if we can give away. Yeah, right. So
Listen, I'm trying to give you the answer. I don't know what to do. I don't know what else I can do, guys.
if you can't see the answer,
If you
in
can't
front
see
of
the
you-
answer, and me, you don't get the.
Where's Jason when we need him?
By the way, Ben says
still
Google
wouldn't
is
get
not
it.
helping him with the answer.
Damn it, Ben.
This last 10 seconds really helped with the answer.
That's right.
You
Call
can't
now.
see me.
That's right. Well, they can, but they couldn't
Well,
see your
opponent,
opponent that night.
They clearly didn't watch the first ever SmackDown Live or care about it, right?
Fox, don't listen to the show.
Preempted by the World Series or something.
Yeah, it was preempted that day. There was horse racing going on.
702-329-6947. Press number 1. 5 minutes left. Call now and get that last gift card. All right, $50. Okay. We have 2 quick questions. I think one is the traditional one that we always like to ask, and then I think this would be interesting. Is about the Bullet Club.
Sure.
Talk about the Bullet Club. Good, bad, indifferent.
Wait, caller.
I got a caller. Hold that thought.
We got a possible winner.
Caller, name and what part of Vegas you're calling from.
Yeah, it's referee Ben Hall again.
Oh, hey, Ben.
Google worked.
Now he's fired.
Oh, now he's fired.
He saw the hint.
Yeah.
Double dipping.
Go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, it wouldn't happen to be Gallows and Cena, would it?
Holy crap! How did you guess that? You are the winner, sir.
It would have sucked if you would have got it wrong.
It would have been awesome if you would have gotten it wrong.
Wow. Under the gun, we got it done. So, all right.
Hey, it's a team effort, you guys.
That's right.
Yeah.
We had to tag
That's
everybody
wrestling.
into this one.
He had the earpiece in.
Right, someone was talking to him. All right, Ben, I'll set it up, and I'll let you know when it's confirmed. You can go to any of the 3 locations in town and go have some fun on the show, on the sports store, okay?
Of course. Hey, I appreciate all you guys. I appreciate you. I appreciate Wes. Thank you, everybody.
Right on, Ben.
Cool.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
All right, so...
Bye.
All right.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys are fun. You do this every day. Can I come back?
I got
You
you.
come back
brother.
anytime you want.
Every Saturday we're here.
Yeah.
You can even video
I
it if
love
you
it.
want to.
This is
So.
great. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Bullet-
next time if you ever want to come in, we can video you in if you
Yeah,
ever
we
wanna
have
come back
live
on.
Zoom or WebEx.
Oh, we can
whatever.
definitely do a Zoom.
Yeah.
Do you guys? So you want to? Let's hit one next week for Talking Shop and Mania.
There you go.
Absolutely.
All right, we have our
I'll
next.
get Carl and Rocky in here with us. We get the whole team.
Awesome.
That may be a takeover show. I smell it out.
I just saw I saw the look on your face. You just sit
No,
there.
I'm prepared. I'm prepared now for takeover.
No, you know why I respect him? Because it doesn't matter what I'm saying. He'll go, hold on a second. We got to break for sponsors. I'm the
Yeah.
same
Are
way.
you dead yet?
Yeah, hey, listen, that's the most important thing. Fuck me. Pay for the shit. I get it. No, I'm serious.
We've got the straight
I didn't
man
know
over
what I
there.
was- Hold on a second. Anyway, we got a Blue Chew read.
This one, hold on a second. Are you dead yet? Though?
If you are and watching the show, you have issues.
Doc, somebody has to maintain
No.
some decorum here.
Respect, my friend. Respect.
I'm going to lose those 20 COVID pounds first 10 minutes in the oven, but that's it.
All right, since we do only have a couple of minutes left, ask a question that we always like to finish out with our guests.
Who is your Mount Rushmore of wrestling?
How many guys are on Mount Rushmore?
4.
Obviously not a history buff in school.
AJ Styles, Carl Anderson,
Yeah, man.
Doc Gallows, and Tama Tonga.
Bullet Club for
You got to
life.
put yourself over, brother.
BC,
You got to
BC.
put yourself over.
We're just like the Statue of Liberty we have downtown in New York. We're going to have jerseys of the Bullet Club put on Mount Rushmore.
Hell
In
yeah.
an alternate universe, I'll say Stone Cold, Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair. Fuck, it's hard because I want to say like Stan Hansen, but you got to give it to The Rock. But it's personal choices over the actual Mount Rushmore, I guess, are different. But yes, big love for Stan Hansen too.
Right on. Nice
Man
selection.
who
If I was you, I'd shut my mouth.
No.
Thanks, Mark.
No,
Thanks,
yeah.
Mark.
Tiny Wainers.
When you're when you're talking about going back to New Japan, is there any chance of a reunion with Jay White and the Bullet Club?
Man, the landscape's changed over there, and I think they forgot who the fuck we are.
I think it's about time you set them straight and just take over the whole
I think
thing.
it's time to let them know
Hell yeah.
why it started.
By the way, that guy Josh in Orlando
Yeah.
followed up by saying he was the Uber Eats guy who checked for you to make sure that the place was open for that Thai restaurant for you and your wife.
My man, thank you, Josh.
Does that help?
Yes.
Sure it does.
Absolutely. Josh, you're the guy. I appreciate the checking of the Thai restaurant. My wife loves soup. Thank you.
There you go. All right, the Fiend is about to come to us here, so unfortunately we have to end today's
The
show.
Fiend is about to fly here if I can talk him into it. Because we were talking about it in Tampa last week at the Jericho Halloween party, and I'm really working on
Jericho Halloween party. That had to be awesome.
All right, real quickly as we wrap up, Wes, give us a couple of seconds about what's going on at Versus today.
Go do a Q&A with Doc Gallows at Versus Pro Studios. We got a Power Play sports cards. We have a signing with him over there. And then we have a watch party today, so come through. Come see us.
Power Play.
Absolutely. Like he mentioned, I've got the autograph signing over at my store from 1 to 3. Right after, we're going to take 25 feet around the corner.
Walking around the corner, my guy.
Is the watch party and the Q&A, which you got all the students, even the fans, these Q&As, come down to these seminars and things like that and learn from somebody who knows the business.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
I appreciate it. I'm glad to be in Las Vegas. Thank you guys for having me. I can't wait to get to Power Play Sports from 1 to 3. I'll be right down the street, right down the hallway, right down the mall doing a Q&A. Guys, please tune in to Talkin' Shop-A-Mania Friday, November the 13th, worldwide pay-per-view. Available on iPay-per-view via the Fight app where you can pre-order now. That is the eve of Turning Point, where we will take on the North, the Good Brothers versus the North, for the Impact Wrestling Tag Team Championships on the Impact Plus app. That's right, my brother. And as I'm plugging, I'm going to keep plugging all things Talking Shop, all things Good Brothers. TNSmania.com. The wine is live. The Hoot Blood Cabernet, the Hoot Et Sauvignon Blanc. You can order it if you buy a case right now for the holiday season. It's free shipping anywhere in the United States. All things Talk and Shop and Good Brothers, TNSmania.com. Thank you guys so much. What a
Thank
podcast.
you.
So much better than mine. You guys are just kicking ass. This is amazing.
Save that audio too.
That's right, save that one.
I'll say it again.
We got
ours
enough-
is a shits compared to this.
We got enough stuff. We can create a whole commercial right about now. Final thoughts, Matt, before we say goodbye.
Thank you so much for coming in. It was an honor to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Look to see you at the signing, and thanks for tuning in.
Absolute
Thank
pleasure.
you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
Yes.
brother. Yeah,
Absolute
fun.
honor, Doc, for having you. Thank you for taking time.
Throw
Oh,
it
yeah.
up.
Can we officially do that?
Throw it
Yeah,
up,
can we
man.
still do that?
Yeah, there you go.
I don't do it anymore. This is my new thing.
Thank you. Thank you.
1, 2, 3. We don't even need to sweep it for you guys all day long.
Thank you to
Don't leave me hanging now. We're on the air still.
Don't leave me
There we
hanging.
go.
Thank you to Hand of Stone Massage. Thank you to Palm Mortuary, Mary McElhatton. Thank you to Anchor Chiropractic. Thank you to Vegas Sports and Hockey. Thank you to Power Play Sports. Thank you to Versus. Thank you to Go Live for making this happen, having this worldwide superstar in our studios. He'll be back next week. Thank you for watching. From all of us here at Thoughts Count Anywhere, be safe, be happy. We'll see you next time. Be happy. All we
This
got,
is John
folks.
Cena. I just wanted to send you a congratulations on your podcast. Thoughts count anywhere, because indeed they do. Thoughts are important. I mean, what would we do without them? And how can they not count anywhere? Is there a place that thoughts don't count? I can't think of one. Well, I just wanted to say thank you very much, congratulations, and good luck on the podcast. Thoughts count anywhere, because they do.
Are you looking for someone to provide training to your sales staff? Do you need a motivational speaker about how to handle change? Do you have an upcoming event that needs an MC to handle those responsibilities? Well, look no further than longtime Las Vegas radio personality Aaron Phillips. I am local to Las Vegas and I can blend my talents with any audience. For more information, please visit www.aaronphillipsvoice.com and book me for your next event or training needs. For all your sports collectibles in Las Vegas, stop by Power Play Sports Collectibles in the Boulevard Mall. Power Play has a large selection of items from all your favorite teams, specializing in the Vegas Golden Knights, Las Vegas Raiders, and pro wrestling. Power Play Sports Collectibles has an online store if you prefer the online shopping experience, plus they ship worldwide. So if you're looking for that sports collectible for yourself or that special someone, check out Power Play Sports Collectibles online at www.powerplaysportscards.com or at the Boulevard Mall.